Dear students, welcome to the online classes program of Higher Education Department, Punjab. It is Department of English Language and Literature of Government Postgraduate College, Attic. Here, I am Sharif Zahid, Assistant Professor of English. Well, my dear students, as you know that we have completed our first descriptive essay, The Eclipse. The writer is Virginia Woolf. In total, it is our second lesson. So, let us discuss about the possible questions which may be asked by the examiner. As we have studied that Virginia Woolf is a well-known English novelist and essayist, and she has introduced a new technique of writing that is called the stream of consciousness, in a state in which there is no concept of present, past or future, and one may be thinking and one may go on thinking whatsoever comes across into the mind. In this lesson, the eclipse is about the world. This lesson is about the attraction and colors of the world and how the world becomes beautiful for us and how it loses its beauty. You may say that the essay is a beautiful graphic picture, and this is the picture of the solar eclipse, and then people's reaction to that eclipse. In this lesson, the writer wants to convey the idea, okay, she is of the opinion that the sun rose at dawn primarily brightens the world, and all the activities of the world start with the sunrise. It means it is something that gives us certain moments of joy, activity, vitality. But the more enjoyable scene for the writer was that when they were heading towards that direction, it seemed that they are going to fulfill an appointment with some important personality, and keeping an appointment with someone is a sacred task. Maybe the lesson of this essay. As this essay increases the significance of the sun, and finally, the writer used the words that the whole fabric of civilization was modeled and molded. It means all these players are because of the sun. As in the beginning, the writer reveals her own mental point of view, and by making her comments on the trains, on the automobiles, pointing towards north. The point to ponder upon is that who this we are, that we were heading towards the north. Everybody was heading towards the north. It means that the feelings of the rest of the people were, of course, the same as she was feeling. Through this lesson, she has established a relationship of human being with the earth. So we can't avoid anything which does not suit to this Holy Mother Earth. Specific expectations from the people that everybody should contribute, everybody should make this earth more pleasant. Then she draws a parallel between the worshippers of the olden times who used to gather at some place before the sunrise to pay their homage by bending their bodies at the time of the sunrise. So, similarly, she is of the opinion that all of us were going to promise with the sun that all this activity will remain as it is, and we will try to fill this earth with pleasure, not with sorrows. We will cooperate, we will extend and expand happiness, not wars or battles. So, let us see, as in the previous paper, the examiner has asked certain questions. For example, the same very point as we were lastly discussing is that what is the purpose of the reference to Stonehenge in this lesson? So, in the answer of this question, you may jot down that the writer takes this lesson so sacred that he equates a parallel before the worshippers and their own efforts. Then another important question is that what is the significance of the concluding remarks that the whole fabric of civilization was modeled and molded. Here once again she wants to emphasize that only if we establish in our minds that we are the people who are responsible to make this earth a beautiful place, through so many people, through their interaction, through their cooperation, through the beautification, through the greenery, and through educating and helping others. So, the concept of civilization will be changed. Then another question may be set that how specific is the writer about what she expected to see. Does she suggest these expectations? Of course, she has gone up to the extent of exaggeration that we will do this, we will come across that. And while describing, even she says that he lost and they defeated him. So, like a sort of creating an emotional sense of rivalry or competition. It means we should not indulge in hopelessness, rather, we should be bright. We should not be disappointed, rather, be optimistic. Everything will come true, and this earth will become a place of living like that of paradise with the help of human beings by the grace of Almighty Allah. Then, an important question that how does the writer reveal her mental point of view in the beginning of the paragraph, where she mobilizes all of the people by saying we. So, who these we are? We are all of the human beings who are living on the earth. It is not only the story of England, it is not only the story of that Euston railway station, it is not the story of that Yorkshire. It means everywhere, on all parts of the world, we should make this earth beautiful, living place, peaceful, forgetting our prejudices and creating and promoting beauty. All these things should not be eclipsed even for 24 seconds. Only then we will feel proud to be called human beings. Otherwise, how can we claim that we are the crown of the creation? So, after going through all this lesson, I hope so that you will broaden your viewpoint, you will accommodate rest of the people, you will consider about others, and in this way this earth will become a paradisal place. Thank you very much for happy watching and patient listening. Stay blessed.